Hey guys, it's Marisa, kitchentablestamper.com. I got a box from the UPS, and there's some fun new products inside from the 2021-2022 annual catalog. So this is our new book. I'm so excited. There's good stuff in here. I can work with this stuff. Let me get in and say hey, so I know that the comments are working. And I'm going to do kind of a quick haul. Hey, Joanne, how are you? You're on my mind and in my prayers today, lady. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Kristen. All right, so I promised that I'd come back today with a quick little haul video. I got some things, but I also went and put in another order because it's a little one, but it's, you know, I was spreading it out. So I was doing some designing and then checking to see what else I needed. And well, let's get started, shall we? This is my little haul video from a new catalog. So demonstrators can now currently order from select products from the 21-22 annual catalog. And let me show you, I've got some fantastic little things here. And I thought I'd start with one of my favorite parts of the new catalog, the designer series papers. I mean, the new in colors. I do have some designer series papers too, but I thought we'd start with the new in colors. So I grabbed my cardstock here. I grabbed the things that I thought I'd want to compare to that are current, and then the current in colors, the retiring in colors, and then I have lots of retired colors, and I like to just kind of go through and show the new color compared to current and previous colors. And so I thought we'd start with polished pink cardstock. When it says there's such a thing as a little order, oh, let me tell you, this one I was so excited about, and then I opened up, I'm like, that's it? That'll keep me out of trouble for a little while. Good morning, Sharon. Oh, Kristen, I hope your Easter was awesome too. It was so good. It was good to take some time and hang with the family. We did a lot of the great traditional stuff, and that was just what the doctor ordered, just what I needed. All right, so this is a new polished pink. It's one of the new in colors. This is 21-23 in color. And I thought we would start there with this one and compare it to some current colors. So this is Melon Mambo compared to polished pink on the bottom. What do you guys think? I'm gonna love them together. I think they have a very monochromatic look. They're very similar in the color mix. I love this. This is the pink I've been begging Stampin' Up to get. It's got kind of a bubblegum feel to it. It's not as orange as the colors that we had in our color line. So really love this polished pink Melon Mambo. Now, this is Flirty Flamingo. And so this will really help you see what I'm talking about when I say our pinks are too orange. The Flirty Flamingo has got a yellow, an orange undertone to it, where the polished pink has more of a blue undertone to it. It's definitely getting closer to that bubblegum color that I was looking for. So this is polished pink compared to those two core colors. Now let's take a look at it compared to Magenta Madness. So this will be one of its buddies in the in color section. And you can see here, Magenta Madness is really a screaming blue pink. It almost borders on a purple. It's got a deeper intensity, where polished pink is just a little bit more calm. It's got a muted, a little bit of gray in its undertones. It's not as screaming as Magenta Madness. So what do you guys think of polished pink? Pretty cool? Anybody on board for the polished pink? Let me show you compared to its retiring pink. So this is Rococo Rose, which is leaving. It's currently retired, or retiring, and polished pink. So there's definitely a little bit of almost a tan or a taupe, a warm gray undertone in Rococo Rose. And there it is compared to polished pink. Hey, Becky, how are ya? We're welcoming the new in colors. I'm so excited. The color is the best part of stamping, I think. So this is really exciting. Let's see here. What else do I want to show you with? Let's take a look over here. So Pirouette Pink is a little bit orangey compared to polished pink. This is red, rose red. If you remember, have some rose red compared to the polished pink. Lovely lipstick. There's one that might be very familiar to you, so you can get an idea of if you're familiar with lovely lipstick. Polished pink is more tropical, less jewel tone, less, oh, I don't know. This is almost a regal, more of a regal color, where this has got that tropical kind of bright to it. And then one more I'll show you in case you're familiar with Berry Burst. So definitely Berry Burst is a more purple raspberry tone, and our polished pink is that bubblegum pink that I've been really waiting for. I'm excited about this color. I think it's a great addition to the palette. It doesn't repeat any particular color or get too close to it. If you remember Pink Pirouette was more of a blue pink instead of an orange pink. Powder pink is more of an orange pink. So sometimes people say, what are you talking about? Orange pinks, blue pinks. So see, powder pink has got a nice kind of flesh tone, kind of an orangey peach. Pink Pirouette has that blue undertone. So does polished pink. All right, so that's polished pink. You guys love it? I don't know. I'm excited about it. It's maybe one of my favorites of the new. And I'm not a pink person, but it could quite possibly be my favorite. All right, so that's our new friend, polished pink. How about Pale Papaya? Here's our next new in color. Coming May 3rd, I believe, is when you'll be able to get your hands on these. Pale Papaya. And I pulled a couple of current colors to compare. I wanted you to see Pale Papaya next to, this is Pumpkin Pie. So again, I think we've got a nice monochromatic thing going on here. Looks pretty cool together. I feel like polished pink and Melon Mambo had that harmony, that almost monochromatic harmony. So that's Pale Papaya with the current color Pumpkin Pie. Let me show you Blushing Bride. This one is both very pastels. They've got that creamy kind of beige undertone. This is more of a yellow. This is more of a blush, a pink. So this is Blushing Bride, or I mean Petal Pink and Pale Papaya. So Pale Papaya has really got a nice like creamsicle color to it. The color I was really excited about looking next to Pale Papaya was Peekaboo Peach. How many of you remember Peekaboo Peach? Anybody else curious about those two colors together? Let's see. Bubblegum. Oh, Ethel says, is this the bubblegum you were hoping for? Yeah, it's really close. It's a good pink. It's exactly what I was looking for. It's a little, polished pink is a little bit, it's a little bit darker than my Optimal Ultimate bubblegum, but it's a great color. It's going to be my friend. And I think it's my favorite new in color, which is crazy because I'm not a pink person. Let's see here. Jackie says, I've been talking about that for years, by the way, that I want a bubblegum pink. Oh, let's see here. Let's try Peekaboo Peach compared to Pale Papaya. So I thought it was going to be closer than that, honestly. And then while we're at it, let me throw in Grapefruit Grove here. So these are some of the previous renditions of this kind of peachy papaya color. It's far more pastel. It's a little bit more ivory than Peekaboo Peach was. Peekaboo Peach was a little more orange. Let me show you Peekaboo Peach and Pale Papaya and Pumpkin Pie. Isn't that kind of fun? I think looking through the camera, this is feeling like it's throwing off a little bit more yellow tones, where this has got that kind of ivory neutral feel. So there's some of our retired favorites and current colors with Pale Papaya. I make such a mess when I'm doing this. Oh my gosh, everything's shuffled. All right, let's see. Hey, Pam, how are you? We're getting to know the new in colors. I'm always excited when the new in colors come in and I can kind of compare them to current and previous colors. Here's something that I thought was kind of interesting. This is Cinnamon Cider and Pale Papaya. And then Misty Moonlight. It's kind of a fun color combination. I don't know, just something that as I was shuffling, it's definitely doesn't read orange unless you put it that way. It almost has an ivory, a tan, a beige feeling to it. And if you push it in that direction, it'll go there. So this, I think, has a real kind of almost like maybe a camel color. So you can definitely push that very neutral when you, depending what colors you put with it. All right, so that's Pale Papaya. So we've met Polished Pink and Pale Papaya. Now, how about Fresh Freesia? This is our third new in color. Got cardstock here. That's Fresh Freesia with its in color family. Sherry says she heard that Pale Papaya is similar to Apricot Appeal. That's interesting to me. See, Apricot Appeal is before my time. I do not have a sheet of that to compare to. Interesting. Apricot Appeal, huh? I wonder if I could find a pack of that to make my sample, my comparisons even better. Pam likes that combo. Awesome. Jackie too. Very interesting, wasn't it? How it really pushed the Pale Papaya into that more neutral category. Pam says, say Pale Papaya 5 times fast. No way. I already have a funny accent. I don't do tongue twisters. All right, so let me show you a few comparison colors for Freesia, for the Fresh Freesia. And I'm also going to try to keep these current colors from mixing with my retired color stack. All right, so the things that I pulled out to look at with Fresh Freesia were Purple Posy, which is retiring, and you'll see that the difference is this is a warmer kind of it's got a little bit more pink, it's more saturated. Purple Posy has almost a cool off-white gray kind of feel. It's an interesting pastel in that it's super light. And so you can see that Fresh Freesia is a warmer and more saturated color than the Purple Posy that's going out. And then I also grabbed the Highland Heather to take a look at with that one. So there's Highland Heather. And again, this is a very warm purple. It doesn't, I'd say it's just a little bit more to the red side of the purple or the red and blue blend than Highland Heather, and a little bit lighter. Let me pull Purple Posy back in here and you can see the 3 together. So purples are not my strongest color. Thank you for sharing, Pam. Other people can get to know the new in colors with us that way too. Awesome. All right, so purples are not my strongest color to work with. I do feel that this Fresh Freesia has definitely filled a need in our colors, in our color families. It's a warmer purple, which is really nice to see. I think it goes really well with like your Blackberry Bliss, which is a warmer color, and Rich Razzleberry. Those are purples on more of the red than the blue scale. So I think this one will give you that lightest shade and play a little bit more nicely than Highland Heather because of the blue that's in Highland Heather. You know what I mean? You guys following me on that one? All right, so that's Fresh Freesia and Pale Papaya and Polished Pink. There's 3 of our 5 in colors. And I've got another one. Oh, you know what? Did you guys want to see before I move on to Evening Evergreen, did you guys want to see any of the retired comparisons there? Let me show you. I did pull Wisteria Wonder, which is very blue compared to Wisteria Wonder was almost a periwinkle kind of a color. So that's Wisteria Wonder. Hey, Cindy. We're just getting to know the new in colors. I'm absolutely over the moon for these colors. I'm accepting them most outright. And of the last 3 rounds of in colors, I've had to get used to last year's colors and get used to, especially 2 years ago's colors. These are feeling like they're a little bit more, what do I want to say about them? They're just easier for me to accept. I see myself working with them. I always love the new in colors after playing with them for a time, but I really love these. Sherry said Sweet Sugar Plum. Absolutely. I got that one pulled up here too. Here is Sweet Sugar Plum. Oh, first Perfect Plum. I think Perfect Plum was a kind of purple with a gray undertone, almost a dull purple. I like these 2 together though, actually. I think that they are very complementary. And then Sweet Sugar Plum. Sweet Sugar Plum is actually pretty, let me show you. Here's Rococo Rose. So Sweet Sugar Plum had that kind of grayness that Rococo Rose had, only more blue than Rococo Rose, where I feel like there's less of that gray undertone in Fresh Freesia. It's a little bit zippier color than Sweet Sugar Plum, and it's definitely more of a pastel and more of a blue purple than a pink purple. Good? Do you guys like to see that? Sherry says, not what I expected. Wow. I was thinking at first that we were going to have almost a repeat of Peekaboo Peach and Pale Papaya. Where did I put Peekaboo Peach? I think somebody stole my Peekaboo Peach. Hold on. I want to show you those in colors all together, because when I saw it in the catalog, I'm like, maybe we're doing another Peekaboo Peach Sweet Sugar Plum thing, and I really didn't want to repeat those in colors, but they're actually quite different. There it is. So here, this might help too to see them all. So this is Fresh Freesia, Sweet Sugar Plum, Pale Papaya, and Peekaboo Peach. Pretty good. Let's see here. Pale Papaya with Calypso Coral. Yes, I will show you that one. Let's see. It's funny how different they are from the older colors I had in my head. And see, that's it too. Once I got them, I was like, oh, they're definitely unique. But when I saw them just in print, just in a catalog, I thought, we're going to go on rerun with the Sugar Plum and the Peekaboo Peach. But not so. Not so. They're really pretty unique colors, and they do fill that gap, I think. All right, hang on here. Will you get me Calypso Coral, please? Oh, full sheet. All right, so that is, let's go and see. Fresh Freesia, Pale Papaya. I'm going to show you guys with Pale Papaya next to Calypso Coral. Polished Pink. Let me introduce our next in color here. Look at me, a full sheet of Calypso Coral. This is Evening Evergreen. This one was the most surprising for me. Okay, I don't know. It's really deeper than I thought it was. It's more saturated and more blue than I thought it was. It's very, very dark. So it was a little surprising to me. Let's take a look here really quick before we compare Evening Evergreen. This is Pale Papaya and Calypso Coral. So really huge difference. Not even really comparable and not even really complementary because of the yellowness, the ivory, the almost like buff or camel effect you have here versus the warm orangey coral. But it gives you a good idea of what this color really is. It's a little bit warmer than a manila folder, really. It's got a neutral feel to it. All right, so that is back to our Evening Evergreen. I pulled some of our current colors to take a look at, and it really doesn't match up real close with any of our colors. So this is Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow's got that same intensity and that saturation, that real depth of color, but it's a yellow green. So you got a real olivey yellow, and here you've got kind of a blue-gray tones. Very, very different colors, but that same saturation, that same intensity. So Evening Evergreen and Mossy Meadow. Let me show you with Shaded Spruce. So here's where you've got that kind of blue, more of a blue green than a yellow green. But look at how neutral, how gray. It almost has undertones of like charcoal. It's very deep. Some very interesting green. We'll see how it works in Christmas arrangements. There is a designer series paper in the new catalog that I believe has the Evening Evergreen. So we'll see how it works for Christmas. That's what I'm looking forward to. Very good masculine and for outdoorsy and tree things. This is Garden Green. So there is, again, a little bit more yellow in this green, a little bit more blue in this green. The depth of this just almost makes Garden Green look like a Happy Bright instead of a rich Regal. You know what I mean? This color is intense. This Evening Evergreen, super intense. Joanne says that I'm good at explaining colors, and she's like, the green is greener than the green. I love it. Oh, you make me so happy. I'm glad that you feel like I'm good at explaining colors, because some people look at me and say, what? I don't see charcoal gray in there, or I don't see blue in that pink. So I'm glad that you don't mind my explanations. Becky Mary Merlot, I think, is going to be a winner with this. They have that intensity. So we'll see. I'm sure that the holiday catalog will include a little bit. Remember the one that was Mary Merlot and Sahara Sand, and was it Shaded Spruce? Those three. I could see them doing something like that with Very Vanilla or some Sahara Sand maybe, and then Evening Evergreen and Mary Merlot, really rich, kind of almost cozy with the vanilla and the sand, Sahara Sand. We'll see what happens. Rhonda says, I don't see those things until you tell me about them. I'm glad that you see them after I tell you about them, because then it would just be crazy talk. All right, so that is Evening Evergreen. Let me just take a peek at my retired stack of my in colors here, because I did want to pull out this one. This is Pretty Peacock. Isn't that interesting? It really makes Pretty Peacock look blue. But again, they've got that intensity. And let's see here. Were there retired ones that I wanted to show you? Yeah, here's Tranquil Tide. I love Evening Evergreen with Tranquil Tide. This right here is just so, it's got a happy kind of monochromatic feel. I love this combination. And then let me show you Evening Evergreen, just because it's a nice color combination. There's Just Jade and Evening Evergreen. So not necessarily comparison because they're different, but it gives you almost that monochromatic look like we had with the polished pink and the melon mambo. So Jane Ann says, I love greens. Me too. And I'm really excited that these two in colors get to have some time where they can play together. Let me throw in, because it's going to go really nice to the next color. This is Mint Macaron. And then Ethel says, can I show it with Granny Apple? I sure can. Wait, grab me a sheet of Granny Apple green. Let me see here. Granny Apple green. Let me pull these guys aside so we can just show you the Evening Evergreen itself with Granny Apple. That's gonna be that's gonna pop. That's gonna be an interesting combination because the Granny Apple is so yellow. Look at that. That's intense. That makes me think about like wildlife and frogs and turtles, you know, that turtle bundle. When you mix these wild greens, that's going to be an interesting, yeah, I see wildlife in here. I see stamping outlines instead of using black, using your Evening Evergreen and then filling in with your Granny Apple green so that it's more of a just an outline to get you away from those black. They're intense. Wow. And we have varying opinions on that one. I think that it's definitely got some possibilities for wildlife. All right, so we're almost done. We've got one more to introduce. Jackie says that reminds me of Lemon Lime Twist. That's because the Evening Evergreen like intensifies the Granny Apple. It really does. All right, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, and let me show you introducing. This is Soft Succulent. Pretty cool, huh? This is the one that I think we needed the least. There's usually one new in color where I say, oh, that's kind of like, and it's kind of like, and that could have filled its spot. So I'll be honest with you about that. I feel like it's really, really close. Here's Mint Macaron. Let me pull these guys away so we can really concentrate on Soft Succulent. Soft Succulent is pastel like Mint Macaron. It's a little bit more gray. It's a little bit, maybe a little bit more blue gray than Mint Macaron, but they're similar and too similar to use together. I feel like I almost feel like it look mismatched instead of supposed to be together. It's okay. Deidre loves both greens. Awesome. And see, the other thing I'm a little bit concerned about here is people who aren't as sensitive to color won't see the difference off the bat. So it is very similar to some things that we already have. I'm still gonna love it and play with it and have a great time with it, but it's the one that I'm least excited about, even though I do love the color itself. All right, so that was Mint Macaron. This is just Jade. So again, just Jade is more intense than Mint Macaron. It's more saturated than Mint Macaron. It's as saturated as Soft Succulent, but look at the difference in color. This is more green. This one's more gray. It's gonna take me some getting used to what colors look best with Soft Succulent too, but I love it with Fresh Freesia. I just think that it's absolutely lovely with, and so here's Fresh Freesia with just Jade and Soft Succulent. The Cactus Sweet, those stamps, oh, these would make fabulous cactus and flowers. All right, so let's see, what other color did I want to show you with the new Soft Succulent? I think I showed you the two current colors I wanted to show you. Let's see if there's anything retired that we needed to compare to. Is there any colors that you would like to see compared with any of the new colors? I don't have any of the real old ones. I've only been a demonstrator for about 5 years. So let's see. That soft succulent is going to have to serve as blue for a while. You know, it really has more blue in it than the mint macaron. So I am with you. It is. It could definitely go both ways blue. Let me see. Here's soft sky. Look at those two together. So it really does ring blue. Seafoam. You want to see soft seafoam? Yes. Will you get me a sheet of soft seafoam? All right, let's see that one. That's this and a pool party too. Will you grab me a pool party? All right, I'm gonna grab a pool party and a soft seafoam so that we can show you the difference here. I love to do this with the new in colors. I really think it helps people to get to know them. It helps me to get to know them. So this is exciting for me. Let me know if there's any others that you wanna see. I'm just trying to sort from one side to the other, current and retired. Thank you. This is pool party. Let me show you pool party with it. Oh, see, I like that. I like that better than trying to put it with mint macaron. I do think that it's because our soft succulent is more blue. All right, so soft succulent and pool party. And here is soft succulent and seafoam. Nice color combination. It'll give you a good clue or a good idea how green and then how this really does lean blue. And then let's put in something like pale papaya. It's interesting. Let's put in something like the fresh freesia. So they're going to be a lot of fun to work with. Really building kind of a pastel. So pool party, seafoam, soft succulent. Isn't that fun? Oh my goodness. So now that you've seen them all, here's the soft succulent, evening evergreen, fresh freesia, pale papaya, and polished pink. Which one's your favorite? What do you think? Got a favorite yet? Do you need to use it before you decide your favorite? I think that I'll have to use them to see which one is most powerful for me, what is my most go-to color. But if I just chose a favorite, I would probably jump right on that polished pink because I've been asking for a bubble gum for years. So Denise says polished pink is a pretty paper. And Susie says, so gorgeous, right? Aren't they all gorgeous? That evening evergreen, huh, Dobberdew? I think that it's going to be very popular. It's an intense color. Elizabeth, I like them all. Yay. Rhonda, which one do you have to force yourself? Hold on, I'm taking a look. You're going to have to force yourself to use these, huh? They're definitely, I think, of the colors, maybe the polished pink has got that kind of brightness that you usually tend toward. Evergreen at first glance for Lisa. Evergreen will be great for Christmas. I agree. Susie says, I can't believe I caught you live. Hey, Susie. Yep, I just figured I'd share my little haul. It's not a big one, but I love to do the in colors. And then I've got another box that's coming in. It'll get shipped 2 days tomorrow, so I'll have it Wednesday, Thursday. I should have it Thursday. So I'll have another little haul on Thursday. I want a pink, like the pink from Crayola crayons. Yeah, where it's actually a pastel instead of a tropical. That would be a nice one too. It's not gray like Blushing Bride, because Blushing Bride has this grayness to it. It's not peach like petal pink, and it's not as tropical as this. I would like that. I don't think Stampin' Up! Has ever really done it. All right, so we're on in colors, so I thought I'd share some of those things. So look at these itty bitty little flower embellishments. Let me see if the camera will pick them up like this. Isn't this cool? These are loose flower flourishes. Can you believe those? All right, so look at, here's the fresh freesia. the pale papaya, and the polished pink, and in 2 different sizes. Do you see these? I think my camera focuses better if I leave them in the tray. Look at those itty bitties. They are even cuter than I imagined. I wasn't sure what to think of them. I thought maybe they were going to be like pressed paper, or I don't know. They didn't look real shiny in the pre-order or in the catalog, but look at that. They're a hard kind of plastic, definitely not matte. They've got a really bright sparkle to them. The petal where it's curved over is faceted a little bit. It actually catches the light a little bit. So that is the loose flower flourishes. Can't even get over how cute those are. Cindy says those are sweet. They are. That's exactly what they are. Are they adhesive backed? They are not. I'm thinking glue dot all the way home. How thick are they? Stampin' Up! Keeps making embellishments that are hard to mail. These are probably about like those ladybug trinkets and stuff. They're going to be thicker than a brad, but they're not super chunky. They're thicker than maybe enamel. They're more like if you had a little cluster of pearls. The flowers actually kind of dome on each petal, so it'd be like a pearl. Think about it that way. Becky said, glad I ordered those. You know, I am too. I'm really excited for that. I don't remember how many we can get, but before my next order goes in, I'm going to see if, I think we were limit 1, which makes it hard to share them. But, so there's the polished pink, the fresh freesia, and the pale papaya. They're just perfect match with the cardstock. Absolutely gorgeous. That's those. What else do I have? I got more in color stuff. I hope you don't mind. Are they like a plastic? They are. They're like a faceted plastic embellishment. They're really not what I expected. For some reason I thought they were going to be like, do you guys remember like the Prima flowers? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm talking about? Those ones that were like pressed mulberry paper, or yeah, see, Jackie, you thought they were cloth, and that's what I thought they were. I thought they were gonna be kind of a soft, almost maybe cloth like, or pressed paper, mulberry paper or something. And nope, they're hard plastic. All right, I got one of each of the open weave ribbons. So it's a satin edge with an open weave. It's got a kind of a pearly shine. It's beautiful. Here's the pale papaya. My fingers are so inky. I'm almost embarrassed. I've been working really, really hard. And by working really hard, I mean stamping. All right, so there's pale papaya. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I can't even stand it. Okay, I'm gonna show you the fresh freesia. I should have taken these plastics off first. I'm struggling. Oh, okay. This is fun live TV right here. Fine, I got scissors behind me. Let's see if I can scissor it without ruining it. All right, there is the freesia. Joanne says, oh, the ribbon is pretty. I was excited about this one because I love the width. I'm tired of anything that's more than like 3/8 of an inch. It's really a little bit more difficult to use for cards. It's fine for gift wrap and treats and stuff, but I really like even a 1/2 inch is okay if it's a real sheer ribbon. Here's the fresh freesia. So there's that little dude. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good match. Beautiful ribbon. Ooh, that was much easier. Look at this. Oh, the evergreen. It's so, this is going to be absolutely gorgeous for Christmas. Wow. There's something in the little kind of almost pearly satin shine on here that really brings the evening evergreen color to life. Gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, so there's Evening Evergreen. Love it. And then I'm gonna grab my camera and take a picture of this before we sweep it away. Hey, can you get my camera for me? Here is the soft succulent. This is gorgeous too. The shine on it, like I said, it's kind of almost a pearly sheen on the satin edges, so it looks kind of silvery. Very beautiful. They tie like a dream. They're super thin. I've been feeling almost afraid to pull too tightly on them because they're so super thin, but they are stronger than I keep expecting. I keep expecting them to be delicate, and they're not, even though they're such a thin ribbon. They're not super delicate. Fresh Freesia seems like a bridge color. I would pair the, hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta roll that back and see. The you're saying the Fresh Freesia is like a bridge color here. I would pair the Evergreen and the Fresh Freesia and the polished pink. Yeah, I see what you're saying, how this brings, yeah, totally. I'm following you with that. This I think is going to be the color that makes friends of other colors. Good observation, Sherry. Looks silvery. It is kind of silvery. When you put it down on the soft succulent paper, it goes a little more green. So I think it's going to be kind of one of the chameleons. Becky says I buy all the ribbons but don't use them. Oh, Becky, I wish I could do something without ribbon on it. I use them all and then run out before things are done. Oh, goodness. I use all the ribbons. Love all the ribbons. Okay. I'm going to go polished pink here. And here's something that I have to say. Like, Stampin' Up! Is the master of color coordination and matching. They do so well. I've worked for other companies. I've worked even in product sourcing, and it's a hard thing to do, to take a cardstock and match a ribbon and match a plastic embellishment as well as Stampin' Up! Does it. They are outstanding at that matching. It's to take a printed paper, like a designer series paper, and match it to a dyed pulp paper, like a cardstock. Stampin' Up! Does a superior job of that. That being said, though, I do think that this polished pink ribbon is just a little bit more blue than the polished pink cardstock. It's a little bit more hot pink than it is polished pink. Actually, what really made me notice it is I had Magenta Madness ribbon in the same order, and hold on, I'll show you. The Magenta Madness ribbon is very, very close to the polished pink. So it works, and it's definitely going to work once you put some designer series paper in there and everything else, but it's just a little bit, it's the least of the best match. So gorgeous ribbon, a little bit more hot pink than the paper though. Let's see here. I'm catching up. Jackie says, me too, I buy all the ribbons and then don't use them. Do you guys don't use them because you don't use them, you use other ribbons, or do you don't use them because you don't ribbon? I'll put all these colors. I will have to put all 3 colors of the ribbons on my list. Love that color. Which 3 colors, Denise, are you looking at? And Lisa, love that color. Are you talking about the polished pink? Do you love that one? Oh, Becky forgets about them. Marlene loves all the colors. So there it is. That's the in colors with their ribbons. Now, I have to do this. I cannot even put this away without taking the photo op. So bear with me. for just 1 second here because I have to do that. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh my, wow. Okay, I think my settings are pretty good. That'll make a very good cover photo for this video. All right. Now seeing all the bows, I may have to get them all. I know, I can't resist. I can't resist, and I use a lot of ribbon. You guys know how it goes. There's very few cards. I even try to put bows on man cards. All right, let me get these kind of just shifted to the side here. See, it's a good thing it's a smaller haul. I cannot wait to use this ribbon and this paper with my party puffins. Wait till you see. All right, never mind. Let me just get these out of the way and show you some other things. Now, of course, I did the Stampin' pads. So there's polished pink, pale papaya, and fresh freesia, evening evergreen, and soft succulent. And I'm all down for opening these up and seeing how they stamp, if you guys are down for that. Let's see here. I don't have any stamps over here that will work with all of these, but I did get the Pansy Patch stamp set. So I'll put some of these on blocks and we'll do a little tone-on-tone stamping. So this is a 23-piece photopolymer stamp set. I am super excited about this one. I've always loved pansies. I think they're a lot of fun, and we haven't had a pansy in quite a while, so that's exciting. And then let me show you the pansy dies. These you can bundle with the Pansy Patch and save 10% when you buy them together. Oh my goodness, I just almost knocked you guys over. Sorry about that. So that's the Pansy Patch. And while we're talking about in colors, I want to show you the Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. So this is the one Stampin' Up's been coming out with the new in colors in a Designer Series paper pack for the last couple of years using the palette. This is the Designer Series paper that uses the new in color palette. So they added Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Calypso Coral to Evergreen or Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, Soft Succulent, and then actually also added, I didn't see that one, Soft Seafoam in there. So here's the side A, side B. I love this pattern right here. Okay, and then here's side A, side B. Can't go wrong with a gingham. A nice So Succulent gingham. And here's side A. Isn't that gorgeous? The cute little flower. And then another gingham. This is the Fresh Freesia gingham. And the pansies that will coordinate with your pansy dies. So you can cut out from the Designer Series paper. Side A, side B, love. And then here, this is so pretty. Look at the soft seafoam in the background. It really is a beautiful neutral background color. Side A, side B. Hey Linda, how are you? And then the side B is this great neutral greens. Playing with the seafoam, the So Succulent, and the Evening Evergreen. This is a great masculine stripe too. Love that. And then the last one here, side A, side B. It's all things in color tonight, Linda. I got an order of all the new in colors. And then the Pale Papaya gingham. Look at the little bumblebees. Oh, I love the bumblebees in this pattern. Did you guys see the little bumblebees? And then the last thing from this sweet Speaking of bumblebees, here's little bumblebee trinkets. They're itty bitty, teeny tiny. I hate to show you on my fingers because I was stamping earlier today. But look at that. Sometimes it's kind of nice to see like on fingertip. These are actually thinner, I would say. The little body. Not the head, not the bottom, the middle piece. What's the middle piece of a bug called? The thorax? I don't remember. It's been too long since I did that in science. That's bumped a little bit, almost like a pearl or a brad, but otherwise they're much thinner. This is a much thinner embellishment than some of the other ones, Rhonda. Nice shiny gold, but it's kind of a brushed finish. It's not real brassy because it's got almost a little bit of a brushed finish. Little bumblebees. So cute. Oh my gosh, I can hardly stand it. Jackie says I look like I've had fun stamping today. I have actually, not enough. I can't get enough done. My kids are both back in school all the time now. Like, they're back in school all the time, and now even Violet has to be at school every day. So we take a kid to school at 8:30. We take a kid to school at 9:30. Walk a dog at 12:30. Pick up kids at 3:30 and 6. It's nuts around here. I don't get to stamp enough, but I definitely had the most fun at the kitchen table stamper today. The front part is the thorax. The back part is the abdomen. It's the thorax that's like a pearl or a rhinestone or something. The rest of it is thinner than that. So cute little embellishment. All right, I have got the Stampin' Blends in the in colors. So polished pink, pale papaya, and that's the evening evergreen. So succulent and the fresh freesia. I do agree. I think the fresh freesia really does tie the greens to the pink and the papaya. Great colors. I'm so glad that they were offered the Stampin' Blends in all 5 colors. What else do I have to show you? I have not too much more. Look at this. This is Party Puffins. Can you see how much fun Party Puffins is going to be with polished pink? The polished pink and the Party Puffins were totally meant to be together. Look at. And then the polished pink bows. You're going to see a lot of this from me. I don't know what about Party Puffins tells me that they have to be pink, but they just do. There, it's an 11-piece cling set. I love it so much and can't even wait. I do, the Kitchen Table Stamper Sampler Celebration will feature Party Puffins. I don't know if I'm going to do it with 2 features like I did the last one. The last one when we did Hot Dog and the Sweet Strawberry Bundle, I featured both. I do have another one that I'm thinking, might do a dual feature, but the Paper Sampler Celebration will definitely feature Party Puffins. All right, so then we're moving along. I want to show you, because this goes really well with the Party Puffins. Okay, look at this. Look at this stack of paper. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. This is the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. This is a host item. You can get this with your Stampin' Rewards. You cannot buy this, but look at this. Okay, so side A is multicolor patterns, stripes, hearts, flowers, squiggles, look at that, like a leopard, then leaves and sprigs and roses. I mean, just gorgeous designer series paper, right? And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of each. Yes, 4 sheets of each. And there are, how many designs in here? There's 48 pieces, 4 of each design. All right, so that's side A. Look at side B. Does this just not scream Party Puffins? The other side of this, all those kind of rainbow multicolor patterns, is all these amazing black and whites. So really, really cool pack of paper, don't you think? Party like a polished pink pattern puffin. Becky says, somebody stop me. No way, sister. I'm not stopping you. You're the fun. You're not stopping you. I'm gonna party like a polished pink pattern puffin too. All right, so this paper is available right now for demonstrators. There's A and B, and it will be available for orders, for hosts or those who place larger orders to get with their host rewards, their Stampin' rewards. If you have thought about joining Stampin' Up and you're not already a demonstrator, it's a great time to join Stampin' Up. There's the A side with the multicolor pattern and the B side, the black and white. It's a great time to join Stampin' Up because you could add this paper into your $99 starter kit. You choose $125 worth of products. You pay tax on that $99, but no shipping on your starter kit. And you can just order this right off the bat and be the first one to get it. You don't have to place a $300 order because it's $30 of Stampin' rewards, I believe. All right, so there's side A and side B. I love this paper and this paper. These are probably the two that I'm super most excited about. I've wanted good multicolor stripes. I always love good multicolor stripes, but I like multicolor stripes that aren't more white than they are color. So there's a cute little multicolor dash line in the snail mail paper, but it's so white on the background you kind of lose the color. So these just thrill me. The stripe papers are just my speed. And look at this. Oh, gorgeousness. Hold on one second. I want to peek. Make sure I gave you good information about that's $18 with your host rewards. So you can either you can place an order of $180 and get this mega pack for free with your Stampin' rewards, or you can host and do like a book party or place a larger order yourself, or you can add this into your starter kit if you wanted to join Stampin' Up, if you've thought about that. All right, so here's another one, kind of a leaf, almost fall-esque, and then like scales. See, here's a multicolor that's got a little bit more white than color, and those are a little bit harder for me to use, but I do love it. So gorgeous. And then there's this little dude with kind of leopard pattern, and then a little bit of chevron. I love this. And this is a flirty flamingo stripe. And then on the back is a very fine little dashed white, or is a fine little dot with black and white. We're almost there. Can you believe it? So much. This one is Granny Apple Green with kind of floral, and then white with a tiny little black spatter or speckle or kind of a random dot. Not a pattern polka dot, but a random polka dot. Love, 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 love. All right, then Misty Moonlight Sprigs, this paper right here. I don't know why I love this black and white one so much. There's something about those crosshatch black lines. Look at it with the polished pink. I'm in so much trouble with my black and white and polished pink. All right, so that's, oh, Jackie was saying that a couple of friends split the $180 order and then split the paper. There's 4 of each sheet here, so 2 or 4 friends could all get a little bit of this. Look at these two together. Sometimes Stampin' Up! Is really thoughtful about what's on both sides of the paper. Like, so if you're doing a bag or a box and you're gonna see both sides, and sometimes they just throw random stuff together. This one, I think, is pretty successful front and back pattern. So if you were doing a bag or a box or something, this would make a nice one. One more pattern, and there it is. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness, that paper. I had to get it in my hands. Really an amazing, amazing new host reward. So I'm excited. I'm excited that Stampin' Up! Is thinking outside the box a little bit too with their host rewards and offering some nice incentives to do those clubs or co-ops, to do those bigger orders or host a party. And I also love that it works great for demonstrators. You know, if you're thinking about joining, you can get it in your starter kit, or demonstrators right now can buy a couple of packages to get a head start on creating. Okay, here is the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper. I have 2 Designer Series papers left and then 2 die sets. So we're getting close to the end here. I feel like I've been on forever. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and spending some time with me. Let's see here. I love the leopard print. Of course you do. Rhonda's yeah, the leopard print's great. Somehow I missed ordering the new blends on my pre-order. I'll get them later. Yep, that's it. I always miss something. I forgot a pack of embellishments on this order. I'm really trying to come to a place where I just know that I am not going to get everything on the order. I always forget something too. Ugh. Ooh, that's almost camouflage. It is. It's got great natural or masculine. Good for leading into the fall. It's kind of a leaf collage that has kind of a camouflage feel to it. And then a great wood grain. You cannot go wrong with a great wood grain. I love this next one. I don't know what colors these are, but how gorgeous is that? Let me take a look. So I'm guessing Misty Moonlight, and then Mary Merlot. Early espresso? No, I would say it's more of a soft suede, but no, it doesn't have. It's got cinnamon cider, maybe? Cinnamon cider, Mary Merlot, and Mossy Meadow, not Mossy Meadow, Misty Moonlight. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love those colors together. There it is. When you get rid of the white in the center, it's a little bit more intense. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so there's side A. Side B has got like evergreen. Very good for outdoors and masculine and even into Christmas. This just screams Thanksgiving to me. Isn't that gorgeous? Rhonda says very impressionist. Yep. And then look at this. So beautiful. Like a cloudy sky. I love this. It feels like you're laying on the grass. You know, you never do that, lay on the grass and look up at the clouds. This is a beautiful paper. Look at this one. I love this one too. This one has a little bit of that feel like the greenery, the Forever Greenery Suite. It feels a little bit like that, but with a splash of Misty Moonlight throughout. Side B, kind of a wintry pine with the Misty Moonlight. Should just leave them side A and side B. Look at this. I need scarecrows. Wouldn't that be perfect with scarecrows? Pumpkins. I think I'm gonna have to do with Hello Pumpkin. I think I'm gonna have to do a card with Hello Pumpkin, kind of a hello goodbye card. Something retiring with something brand new. That's totally pumpkins. And then the fall rainbow. And there's a lot of samples in the catalog where they've taken treetop dies and just cut from pieces, you know, to get kind of a painted fall treetop look. Very cool. And then just little row of trees. Aren't they cute? I don't know. I think they have to be worked into, I don't know. I wonder if they'd work into a Christmas card. They look, do they look pine tree to you guys, or do they look more like a leafy tree versus an evergreen? I'm not sure. It's a cute pattern. And then a watercolor wash green. I don't know. Kind of like this. And this is on second glance for me that this is catching my interest. Reminds me of like along the golf course, or I think that there's a lot you could do with this one. And then background or scenery for any of your other little stamps. If you like to build scenes, this is great for that. Very, very fun. All right, I've got another pack of paper and 2 die sets. Let me show you my die sets real quick. Rhonda says they're deciduous, I think, but they'd work as a banner on a Christmas card. That's what I was thinking too, is that they could work, but I think that they are not Evergreen. All right, 2 awesome die sets. This is the basic borders set. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So you can do it along your card front. Just put your card front open in the die cut machine and then put your edge. Or of course you could do it on the edge of your pieces. And the sky is the limit. It stitches one end and it runs little tiny dots in the other side. So depending on which is your choice for negative or positive, it's either dotted or stitched. There's 2 distinct patterns on one on each side of the blade. Really cool. So you've got kind of the chevron, the curve. Look at the scallop edge. Is that not wild? And then clouds. And the clouds are stitched on both sides, it looks like. It's not dotted and stitched. The chevron is stitched on both sides, but this kind of fancy scallopy edge, this is dotted on this side of the blade, and it's stitched on this side of the blade. Just a really fun basic border dies. Envelopes, says Ethel. Yep, totally envelopes. Very, very cool. I cannot wait to play. As a matter of fact, I'm glad for leftovers for dinner because I might be in the office late tonight. And then this is the tailor-made tags dies. And I'm excited. They're big compared to some of the ones I usually use, but look at for sentiments. That'll be so cute. And same with this one. Great for sentiments. There are 4 nested each of 2 shapes, so 8 tags, and then the little reinforcers, which is so much fun because you can just cut a little accent of cardstock and reinforce the whole. This one's got kind of an oblong hole and a flat top, so the 2 different shape reinforcers. It's a 10 die set. Very excited about this one, especially since Stampin' Up! Is retiring so many of our basic shapes. So yeah, 10 dies in this set. So you'll see me using a lot of those as we don't have ovals or squares. Layering squares is sold out now. That's kind of sad. It's like the turning of an age. We had layering squares and ovals since I started. Very cool little die set. And then here is the final of my haul for this evening. This is exciting. I actually went back and did another order. I told you that. It was good because I forgot the embellishments. Anyway, this is the hand pen designer series paper, and I ended up putting the bundle and the rest of the suite for this one. So I can't wait to see the embellishments that go with this paper. I didn't think I was going to love it, and I was super surprised, very pleasantly surprised. And there's always one paper where I say, meh, in the catalog, and it surprises me in a positive way, and then there's always 1 or 2 that I say, oh, I'm gonna love that, and then don't love it. But look at how beautiful this is. Gorgeous, gorgeous. There's A and B, and then a little bit more pink tones, warmer tones, side A, side B. I just love this one. And then purples and yellows. You can't go wrong. Each one's unique, even though they're all this penned floral. This, so much this. What colors are in this one? This is Basic Black, Blushing Bride, Cinnamon Cider, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Highland Heather. That's what I was wondering if this was Highland Heather. It looks a little more blue than the Fresh Freesia. Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Pale Papaya, Pool Party, and Whisper White. Or Basic White now. Look at this. I love this. That pup with the blue and yellow being opposites and next to each other. Isn't this gorgeous? I was afraid it was going to look a little bit like Granny's coat, but it's, or Granny's house coat, but it's not. It's very pretty, actually. And then here with the Pale Papaya, the Misty Moonlight watercolor, really, really pretty paper. I was surprised. Those would make pretty gift bags. They sure would. Hey, Lori. It's good to see you. Look at this one. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm trying to decide what color I like best with this green floral. Where did I put the thing with the colors? It is Misty Moonlight, Mint Macaron, Highland Heather. I do have Mint Macaron here to try, but I don't dare try to find it underneath the mess I've made. You guys would laugh if you saw the mess I made. It's going to take me an hour to clean it up. And then this one. I really love this one. This one would be very pretty, accentuating, bringing out, pulling out the black or the black and white, the high contrast, and let the watercolor be a pop of color. I think this is my favorite pattern. And then there's the B-side. That's so fun and sunny. Love this. All right, that's it. So there is a paper sampler coming. You'll get a quarter package of each of the designer series papers, maybe some of the specialties, embellishments, and we'll be making Party Puffins cards. So be on the lookout for that. I'm crunching numbers and making plans. There is a Camp Wanna stamp in the making from this new catalog. So there's lots of really great stuff that's starting to bubble in my brain. And if you've got any questions at all about any of the products that you've seen, joining Stampin' Up! To get some of these products right now. If you've got questions about anything that you saw today, just reach out and let me know. My email is marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. You can join marisa.alvarez.stampinup.net, and you can shop there too. So just reach out if you need anything. Jackie says, you need me again for number crunching. I'm telling you, number crunching is, stamping is my best thing. Number crunching isn't. Oh, Rhonda says, any card you can puffin, I can chick or zebra. That's true, right? Or donkey, I can donkey it. Did you guys, oh my gosh, don't even get me started. I love those donkeys. Pam says, thank you. Deborah says, thanks. My pleasure. Thanks for hanging with me. I love that you guys will spend some of your time with me. Thank you for that honor and pleasure. If you need me, reach out. I'm going to go finish the project I was working on that got me all inky and reheat some of last night's dinner. Take it easy and fussy cut berries. That's my plans for tonight. I hope yours are just as crafty. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys on Friday at noon for another live. And in the craft social this week, we are going to play Taboo. So come and join us for a game of Taboo in the craft social. Deborah says, my order's still in picking. Oh, Stampin' Up! Order comes soon. Deborah, hold on. I hope that you lived vicariously through me a little bit. Sharon says, now I can't wait for my order. I know. I'm telling you, I am not the best at waiting. I'm not real good at it. I can't wait to go finish up my second order. I've put one in. I just got to make sure that I don't forget anything. That was a joke. Make sure I don't forget anything. I never don't forget anything. All right, you guys, I'm off. Have a great night. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Bye, guys. See you Friday.